uh, we'll be designing the shaft considering the fatigue failure and also with the help of Soderbergh equation. Okay, the fluctuating load. Now you see this figure you draw. I am waiting. Okay, you have drawn. This is a dynamic loading, and this is the alternating plus minus. So, and now this is the general when this line is here. So you will get this line is here. So sigma mean is this one. Okay, and this one is the sigma A amplitude, stress amplitude, and this is the sigma max from this point 0 to this point is a sigma max, and from this point to this point, this point to this point, this is the sigma mean. Now so sigma A, this height is peak is sigma A plus sigma A, this one is minus sigma A. Okay, and this was magnitude wise this is equal. Now there is a case here. Now when sigma A equal to sigma M. Now you see I will be reading this one. Please note that limiting stresses at which failure occurs considering infinite life is the endurance limit sigma E. Endurance means sigma E, this one sigma E. Now these stress condition may be fluctuating. Now the equation of the stress will be sigma is equal to sigma M. This is the mean, this is the amplitude plus sigma A into sine omega t, where omega is equal to twice pi by t. Okay, so sigma M is equal to mean stress, that is equal to sigma max plus sigma mean by 2, and sigma A is the stress amplitude, this is the sigma max minus sigma mean by 2. Sigma max is equal to sigma M plus sigma A, sigma mean is equal to sigma M minus sigma A. Now when the condition, when sigma M is equal to sigma A, then it is a case of repeated loading. This is the case of repeated loading. Number 2, if sigma A is equal to 0, this there is no peak in the plus 1, sigma A, then the stress is steady or static. So only horizontal line, there will be a horizontal line. Number 3, for sigma M is equal to 0, sigma M is equal, that means the stress is alternating. Okay, now this one, here the sigma M in this line, so this is 0, so this is the alternating. Okay, and also you can we'll go directly to the Soderbergh diagram. Let me explain the diagram. This is the parabola line, the failure occurs, and these are the failure points. Okay, now we take a line here AB, where A point is sigma E by Kf and B point is yield point sigma Y. So all the failure is outside this line. Okay, now what is equation of this line is a straight line. So this is the equation of this line, sigma M by sigma Y plus sigma A by sigma E by Kf. If your Kf is equal to 1, then that is the simple Soderbergh equation. Now we take this line parallel to AB line. So we have to find out the equation of this CD line. Let us take this point is sigma q. So and also CO point we have to find out. Then there is no that the equation of CD can be found out. Okay. Now this line is sigma m and this line is sigma a. So this is sigma e by kf, this line. Okay, and this is the point, the ultimate strength. Okay, now this is the figure 4. Now you draw the figure, please. Okay, now on the figure 4, the points at which failure occurs are plotted. When sigma m is equal to 0, the failure occurs at sigma e by kf. When sigma m is 0 means this point, so this is going up to this, so sigma e by kf. For a machine part where kf is equal to fatigue stress concentration factor. When sigma a is equal to 0, the fatigue occurs by rupture at ultimate stress at this point. Okay. For steels at static stress, the failure is considered as yield point. If A and B are joined by a straight line, then it may be considered as a simple diagram indicating the limiting stress. All the failure points remain outside the diagram. If we draw a parallel line CD, then points on the line CD indicates stress value with a factor of safety n. This diagram is called Soderberg diagram. Okay. Now this is the Soderberg diagram CD with taking factor of safety. Okay. Now we have to find out the equation of CD. You can do it in this manner, but let me go for the starting from the coordinate geometry. Sigma m by sigma q plus sigma a by CO. We have to find out CO is equal to 1. So from here you can find out the CO. CO is equal to sigma e sigma q by kf sigma y. Okay. Now this substituting here, in place of CO, you will get directly this equation. Sigma q is equal to sigma m plus kf into sigma y by sigma e into sigma a. This is the Soderberg equation considering factor of safety and kf. Now another way of doing it, Pm by AO is equal to MD by OB. So Pm by AO is this and MD is this by OB is sigma y. So from here directly you will get it, this equation. To make you understand, I am going for this one. Okay. So this is the Soderberg equation. Okay. Now if in a shaft, now these are the nomenclature m small m is equal to mean bending moment. MA is equal to bending moment amplitude. Tm is equal to mean torque. TA is equal to torque amplitude. Now sigma q we have to find out it. Sigma q we have found out on this. It is the equivalent stress. This is the stress. Now sigma for bending moment, sigma b is equal to 32 m by pi dq. Tau m is equal to 16 Tm by pi dq. That you know this formula. This formula is multiplied by this, and then replacing this one by m. This will be this sigma. So sigma Ba is equal to 32 Ma by pi dq. Now after tau a is equal to 16 Ta by pi dq. Equivalent stress for bending sigma is given by, now you just put in the Saudabar equation, sigma q is equal to sigma, so you will get this equation, okay, for sigma, and tau also this equation. Here the torsion, you have given that this is for bending, this is for torsion, so it is okay. Now where KFT is equal to fatigue stress concentration factor in tension, tau y is equal to yield shear stress, tau e endurance limit in alternating shear. Now this tau max is equal to, this you know from the Mohr circle, sigma by 2, actually tau is equal to sigma. So sigma by 2 whole square plus tau square. Now what is tau max? This tau max you know is equal to sigma yield point y by 2n. N is the factor of safety. After getting it, we will be reaching a formula for the design of the shaft diameter d with this one. Directly putting the value of sigma and tau max. Okay. So this equation is very important. We'll be reaching to a simpler equation also. Now sigma is the endurance limit for the shaft under consideration. It is obtained from material property but depends upon surface roughness and size. If tau y and tau e are not known, then they can be found out, assumed as tau y by tau e is equal to sigma y by sigma e, where sigma y and sigma e are material property, can be obtained from data book. From data book you can get it, the material property sigma y and sigma e. Now case 1. In shaft, when it rotates, bending moment is generally alternating with pulleys and gears, etc. In such case, minimum bending moment will be 0. If also the torque is assumed to be steady, then TA will be equal to 0. So putting the value of TA is equal to 0 and mm is equal to 0 here in this equation, okay, mm is equal to 0 and then TA is equal to 0. So we will getting this equation. The equation 1 reduces to this is a very important equation. We will be using it for designing the shaft. Okay, where m is the pure bending moment and t is the value of pure torque. So the above equation is adopted to calculate the diameter of the shaft, in which case kf is to be assumed. You can assume kf. Number 2, for checking the factor of safety, when the diameter of the shaft is calculated from this equation, this is the equivalent of, so in taking n is calculated from equation 2. We will give you an example, numerical example. The minimum factor of safety is divided into 3 parts, that is n minimum is equal to n1, n2, n3. Okay. Now in general case, the calculated n must be greater than or equal to n minimum. Okay. So up to this today